How you going, people? I was cleaning the tractor up when I got it back, going over looking for problems, etc., and I noticed this little fuse box here, which I thought was kind of interesting, and it popped off pretty easy. So if you look inside here, it's got some cobwebs and dirt, and then if you look over here, it really has some cobwebs. And boy, this thing isn't coming out very clear, is it? Well, hopefully you can see it. I don't know why that's not that clear. Try to cleanse this. Okay, so that's pretty good. So, and I've cleaned out these before. What I normally do is I spray some of this contact and cleaner protectant in there. I've already disconnected the negative side of the cable. I didn't know I had a fuse puller. I brought my own fuse puller. But it looks like there might be one right here. So there is one. It's just got a little stuff because it's never been used, so I'll go ahead and clean that up too. So let's first try and get some of this spider webs and cobwebs out of here. Now some people will say, I'm not worried about this. I would leave it alone. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I would rather do some preventive maintenance so it doesn't get broke. If I know I'm not going to hurt anything. So this is just a dried Q-tip, trying to get rid of some of this dirt and cobwebs and stuff in there. So it looks like these might be extras, I don't know. But so the first thing I normally do is take a picture, which I didn't do, but I have this video here for a picture. So I'm going to pull out all these fuses and lay them out. Where's my little fuse puller here? And I'm going to lay them out just like they are. These damn carpenter bees are all over the place. So so that's one row. So now I've laid all of them out just like I pulled them out. There's the two on the top there, and then those 5 in a straight line, and then these 3 across the bottom. So I know they're kind of in the same area as when I pulled them out. Now if I can get, now I'm going to use the same dry Q-tip and just remove all my, and I did the same thing one of these videos with my Harley, and that fuse box was horrible. It didn't have a lid. It had been filthy forever. I mean, it was just freaking nasty. So now that I got all the cobwebs and pretty much everything on there, I'm going to give it a squirt down with this contact cleaner and protectant. Alrighty, and this stuff dries and evaporates really quick. I've sprayed it on electrical stuff that's plugged in that's work, my breakers. I sprayed it on all kind of stuff. Everybody's like, don't spray it on something that's hot. Like I said, I disconnected the battery so I wouldn't have an issue here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean. I've got this super lube, which is basically dielectric grease and fully synthetic. It puts a coating on your stuff and it keeps it from and now I'm just going to clean up these guys. If they were really rusted, I would do more, but they look pretty clean. So I'm going to put a little contact grease on them, like so, and give them a wipe down. So that grease is going to stay on there even though I'm wiping them down. I want to be able to read this if I ever need to read it without all the dirt. Okay, and then that's going to go right back in where it came out. And I know it came out here because I laid them out in a line. And this was the second one. And you can tell there's a little bit of kind of like a rust or grime there. So I didn't bring out a little sheet of sandpaper, otherwise I would be sandpapering this. So I'm just going to see what. Then I had 2 up here and then 5 over here. Now what I could do is put a little of this clean Q-tip and put a little bit of this grease right on these. It's not going to hurt anything. I've got a better Q-tip in my pocket that's not so flurried. So here's a good Q-tip. I'm going to roll it in this grease here, and I'm just going to clean out each one of these with this grease. Remember, I cleaned it out before with a dry Q-tip, and now I have some of that dielectric grease on here. That helps keep the water out. If the water doesn't stay in, it doesn't stay moist and corrode. And now we'll clean these other 5 ones like I just did, because they're pretty freaking dirty. You hear, I don't know if you guys are hearing those damn carpenter bees. They sound like freaking helicopters. Alrighty, so now we have a nice clean fuse box here. I really wish this thing would. I'm not getting a good picture at all on this, according to my screen. So I think the 3 at the bottom are just backups. I'm trying to look at that little bottom one with this thing, and it almost looks like there's some dirt in there. Is that dirt, or is that just a get a Q-tip in there, see if that's. I don't think that's dirt. Probably just contact. Now it's got a little cleaner on it. And now I'm going to clean out the inside of this. And I'll just use one of those Q-tips with a with the cleaner on it. Putting that little bit of grease on there not only helps the water, but I think it helps keeps the bugs away. So, because I don't think they like the smell of the grease, or it's not natural. So, you know, putting a little contact grease in there will help keep the other bugs from rebuilding their little nest. And now we'll put that back on. Alrighty, and it's more secure because I kind of bent it down a little bit. It kind of popped off. And that's how you clean your fuse box on car, tractor, motorcycle. Is that needed? Everybody's going to say, man, you don't need to do that. It's a waste of time. Well, I get all kind of crap sometimes. Look, that's going to really just not give me problems later on. I'm not going to worry about if a fuse blows. It'll be easier for me to read. I'll know it's not due to corrosion. If it corrodes, that can cause something to blow. Bugs get in there and they start building nests. Next thing you know, the bug ends up shorting out a fuse. He climbs in there. So keeping them clean, moving out the other bugs, it doesn't make it look so homey and nesty for other animals. So that's cleaning my fuse box. Y'all have a good one. We'll end that there.